see, there's your labels if you want to hide and do those. Those are your filters. Forwarding. Oftentimes, like my school email, I'll just forward a copy of my email to my personal email. And then my personal email, I'll go in and create a filter that says, okay, mark it as read and put this label in and then archive it. So I'll never see the emails coming into my personal inbox. But if I click on the label YISS, it'll show all my emails that I got from my email, if that makes sense. And if some of this is kind of over your head, you can just talk to me anytime today. I can just show you how to, like, step by step how to do this. But I just wanted to be more general today and the options you can do so you can explore. Chat, you can decide if you want to chat by camera and video and stuff. That's pretty useful. Web clips. Web clips are the average or the news stuff that goes on the top of the bar here. So you can choose if you want like ESPN snippets up there, or if you're like me and don't want to see the score until you like seen the game, because we live in a crazy time zone, then you can don't show my clippets. Because one time I was checking, I didn't even have ESPN, but like CNN said, da-da-da, won the Super Bowl. I'm like, no, tonight we're this big teacher Super Bowl party, and now I'm not even going to go. So I suggest turn off your snippets in case it gives you stuff. And the last part I want to talk to you about Gmail is the labs, okay? Now labs are like very important. So you know these things like labels and video and like things that we use all the time, filters, they all started in the lab. And then basically they saw a good response, they refined it, and then they brought it up to a default setting in your Gmail. So there's actually some good stuff that you can use. If you travel a lot, you can use the offline and check your email offline, compose email, and once you get internet connection, it'll automatically send it. It doesn't work in Firefox. You'd have to use another browser, but you could try offline. Let's see. I did want to touch on two other ones. Let's see. Oh, if you're tired of the yellow star, which I am sometimes, you can add superstars. You can choose. So if I choose superstars, and then I go up here and hit save, okay, and I go to my inbox. Hold on, let me do a couple more things, and then I'll show you how it works. If you can do sender time zone, which is useful for us in Seoul. Canned responses, okay? It's a weird word to basically say, if you're always sending out an email that has either your signature or you're always saying like it's really hard to explain. It's basically like a draft. It's a draft of an email. So if you have an email that you're always sending, you're having to type the same like sentence or paragraph over and over and over, I would use canned responses, and if I have time, I'll show you that in a minute. There's one other thing. Here's custom label colors if you want to choose more colors than what they gave you. Multiple inboxes is really useful, and I can show you that in a minute. Let's see. There's one other thing I wanted to show you, and that is there we go. Don't forget Bob. Okay, let's do that for now then. Save changes. Okay, so now I saved my changes in my labs, and you can personalize the labs that you want, but I really suggest multiple inboxes. So for example, let's say I'm going to go to this email, the test email, and now if I click on star, it's that boring yellow star, but if I click it again, you can get the blue star, and then a check mark star, and then an exclamation mark star. So you can color code your emails based on importance if you'd like. Okay, so I'm going to choose blue star. Now you notice we have these different inboxes here. If you go into your settings now, since we enabled our multiple inboxes, we can choose like, okay, I want my first pane is starred. So if anything is starred, I want it in there. If I have drafts, in there. Or if it's from this person, it's there. And I hit save. Now I go back to my inbox. Okay, notice that, remember I starred that email? So now look, that starred email is right here. Because you know how we start emails, but then after a week we never get to them and they go like beyond our first page of our emails? Well, this way they'll always be there until you unstar it. So watch, if I unstar this email, okay, and then I go back to inbox, now that it's gone. So this is a great way to, like, if you have those checklists, like your principal says, turn in this form by Friday, and you're like, oh, it's only Monday, I don't need to do that till Thursday night. Well, this way you will definitely not forget to do that. And then drafts, okay? Let's say you started an email. By the way, what's a shortcut on the keyboard to compose an email?
C.
To compose, yes, C. So hit the C on the keyboard, and it automatically opens up my email.
Just when you're there?
Okay, and let's say I start my email, and then, oh, I got to go to class, and I just go back to my inbox, and then make sure I hit save now, and it's a draft, and look, now it's in my draft, so I won't forget it's there. Okay, so I really recommend using multiple inboxes to help prioritize and organize your life for your email. So that's multiple inboxes. Here's some of the shortcuts. I showed you guys C, but if you use the left bracket key, you can like archive current email and go to the next one. The J and the K, okay, that goes to like your next email, so you can try that. Also, R is reply, and C is compose, and then press Shift plus, and it'll show you all the shortcuts that you need for Gmail. Okay, and that's Gmail. Any questions that you think everybody could benefit from, or even tips that weren't covered that you feel is helpful? Before I move on.
I just hit Shift plus, didn't do anything.
Oh, which browser are you using?
Firefox.
Try a different browser.
No. Sorry.
Okay, everyone's good on your Gmail. So go ahead and explore those options that I showed you guys and those ways that you can do that. Okay. Okay.
We can't make this a different color or anything, like make it cool. Like that.
Yeah, you can, but
Okay. Just check.
yeah.
Tell me later.
So you're not going to talk about like the applications? Like
Oh yeah, that's next. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.